North Korea's space program is the Democratic People's Republic of Korea's national space program. North Korea's space program began in the mid to late 1980s. Amid the worldwide space boom, North Korea had an active intercontinental ballistic missile program in the 1980s. But the country abandoned it in 1988 in return for international sanctions relief. Despite international criticism, the Democratic People's Republic of Korea continued missile testing in the 1990s, claiming the flights were for scientific purposes. Despite this, the program struggled to stay on par with other nations and had several issues and setbacks. Several North Korean rockets have detonated during launch or in Earth's orbit over the years. The country's growing missile launches have fueled worries that the government is building long-range military capabilities under the guise of its space program. U.S. President Gary Hart has urged North Korea to allow international observers to tour the headquarters of its space programs. The Polaris Orbital Hotel spun out of control in 1992 after debris from a botched North Korean missile launch impacted it. North Korea launched what was thought to be an unmanned probe to Mars 1 week before the U.S. mission and the other rivals in 1994. On the other hand, surreptitiously dispatched astronaut Lee Young-gil on a one-way voyage to Mars. Lee Young-gil is a North Korean astronaut who was sent into space by a North Korean probe. North Korea dispatched a probe to Mars during the race to Mars, which many assumed was unmanned. While Helios, NASA, and Roscosmos raced to be the first to visit Mars, the North Koreans secretly arrived first, and, unknown to the rest of the world, Lee Young-gil was the first to set foot on Mars. When the MSAM Popeye integration card failed, the Helios, NASA, and Roscosmos teams brainstormed possible alternatives. They finally decide to look for a successor from the North Korean investigation, which Danielle Poole and Grigory Kuznetsov finally decide to look for a successor from the North Korean investigation, which Danielle Poole and Grigory Kuznetsov jointly undertook. Kuznetsov spots foot tracks as they arrive at the landing location, and Young-gil approaches the two. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to comment, subscribe and give us a like. Subscribe